to the game.
Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Daniels. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Florida's offense will go to work first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was sinking.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're set.
Makes a grab for a big play. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. We saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college.
He's loose. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, it's a second catch on the drive, and that's obviously a massive play for this offense. And he's starting to prove to his quarterback here that he's winning his one-on-ones, and he deserves some more looks.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Lagway. Can't make the grab, quarterback just. him a little bit. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Buys a little time. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Great job by pass defense down here with their backs against the wall. They're doing a good job really constricting these windows for their quarterback to throw into and getting pressure on the QB, making them pay every time they drop it.
Throws toward the end zone. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with it.
The Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Mississippi State going up tempo.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. This crowd bringing the energy and noise. Oh, off play action. Pulls it in. It's Booth. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This crowd on hand, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Scanning the field, it's Shapen. Grab near the marker, it's Booth. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. A lot of urgency for this offense.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Decide to trot out the kicker. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the run, it's Ball. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for the responsibilities.
And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Caught over the middle. It's Sturdivant. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running get.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
PAT unit on the field. And they knock through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, Phyllis. Indiana is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Michigan State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Rush is on him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they...
Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. They'll try to bully their way for the first.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Got a man. It's Mosley. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run it from the gun. It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, and it's It's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
To the air, it's Lagway. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball.
Just plowing ahead. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
And that... attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
He's looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldogs. back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking to throw, it's Shapen. Caught behind the line, it's Booth. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilson. Oh, better look out. Oh, he's got some space. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. The Gators want to crank the tempo. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Grab behind the line. It's Jackson. He's out of bounds after a short gain, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To throw, it's Shapen. It's complete to the right.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys in the field.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Hauls it in, looking for space. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field, that time the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll give it to the back. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Gators will try to pick it up on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. On the ground, it's Booth. Turning it on. He's down right at the 17, and the clock will stop to move the chains on the first down. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Evans. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there in Gainesville so far. And the story of this first half has undeniably been the play of that kid under center. He's in total control of the offense, making the right decisions and reads, not trying to do too much. There's a reason he gets the NIL deals and all the love on social media. That young man is him, and doesn't that opposing team know it? And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. Get our confidence going. We just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4 downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me.
Mississippi State right back to the line. Looking for room, it's Booth. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. 4th down coming up. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that 4th down and failing to convert there has to sting.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big...
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Puts it out of the air. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Wide open downfield. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Virginia is ahead right now in Charlottesville, but that's not exactly Sean Moore out there dominating this one. We are a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Washington State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The play action fake. Finds the tight end. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man, it's Shapen. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it's square.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in the groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. But when you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down. Really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns. Good luck stopping him.
And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Shapen. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-line staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
That's reeled in. It's Thompson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Thompson. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He'll keep it himself. That's a fumble. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the... Can you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it? Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Back to pass, it's Shapen. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They've been great on 3rd down. Now to finish the deal on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Mississippi State. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
The offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. Looking for room, it's Long. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. The give out of the gun. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And the Gators in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. The sweet feet buy a little time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Daniels. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Sturdivant. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the fourth quarter.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a space. Just a little more room, and maybe he gets it in. He's pushed out of bounds at the 8. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for a crease. It's ball. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Here comes the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give us up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. I got a lot of sacks late in games to win a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this